Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Ask Marvin. I'm trying to do something different, that instead of doing a YouTube video to talk about your questions, I'm trying to do more Facebook Live videos as promised. That I want more interaction with all of you, and this is what I guess what makes it fun as well, that we get to share, and we get to talk more about it on a live basis as well. So this is what I'll do. I'll try to wait until you guys go online, and then we'll proceed with our topic. So let's just wait for, I guess, 1 or 2 minutes to have everyone online, and then we'll proceed. We already have a couple of people who's online. Si Artist Lissing, very first one to send a message. Also, we have, let me see, we have Gwen Gumban, hello, asking for Alco. Nako, dito stocks by request. This is Ask Marvin session where you send, for me answering the questions that you sent yesterday. So yun, you have JR De Los Santos, good evening to you. Steven Ko asking for Alco again, not stocks by request. This is a different session. Iko Manka watching from Riyadh, hello to all of you in Saudi Arabia. I hope we get to do something there soon, I guess in the next few years. Alan De Vera, can you share about AGI and LTG? Alan, I'll add this on stocks by request. This is a different session and topic naman, which is separate from our stocks by request. So don't worry, we will still have stocks by request. Hello to Rafael Mara. Hello to you. Hello Lenko. By the way, I'll repeat this again. This is me answering the questions that you've sent about peso cost averaging. No, this is separate pa from our stocks by request. We will have our stocks by request naman, so don't worry. Within the week. Kopel Miriam, hello from Oman. We have a lot of people overseas that are joining us. So 1 more minute, and then we'll continue to start. We'll start our Facebook Live session. Can you hear me loud and clear as well? Just wanted to check. Jarby Fabe, hello from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You have Marika Rasim, good evening. Marika, I've been seeing you consistent in our Facebook Live sessions. Where are you from? Then you have Alex Labastida from La Union. Carlson Cabaños, hello to you also. What are you guys doing? I was assuming that also at 9 or 10 o'clock more people would be, I guess, asleep already, but I'm glad that more people are into this as well. Then you have Paula Huyong saying loud and clear, hello from Dubai. Hello to you also from Dubai. Hi Marvin. Paula Huyong, hello. From where are you, Paula? Thank you for joining us. Sir Marvin, pa-shoutout sa wife ko, Jessica. Nako, natabunan. To Jessica, hello to you. I wasn't able to read yung husband, kung sino yung husband na yun, but I hope I was able to greet you. Michelle Solapsi, any plan for Stocksmarts Bacolod? We had one 2 years ago. I guess the next one, we don't have something very definite yet, but we'll have something in Iloilo in the next few months. So I think it will be around July this year. So I hope you can join us there. Shan Asarcon from Abu Dhabi, hello to you. Hope to see you in July for Stock Smarts. Mark Ortega from Valenzuela, good PM. Okay, there's another question na peso cost averaging. Alain from Cebu. Then you have Mr. Bautista from Cavite. Cheche, hello to you also. Dexter in check, we'll try to include that in our stocks by request session. So here's what we'll do, so it's fair to everyone who sent the questions yesterday. No, I tried to filter out the questions that were peso cost averaging first, and then if we have time later on, we'll try to answer some of your questions also that you'd post here, or something that's I guess not connected to peso cost averaging as well. So is that okay? We have Michael Gaspar from UAE, hello to you. Jvar De Los Santos, shout out to all of you and your family. And then you have Mariuy, hello. Treb Bautista from Cavite, thank you so much for joining. Gising na gising pa yata kayo lahat dyan. So let me answer the first question first, sent by Nelmar Bacalangco from Davao. He's asking me, is peso cost averaging the most effective way on investing in the stock market, especially for long-term investors? Thank you, Sir Marvin. Okay. Full disclosure, by the way, I don't use peso cost averaging for investing in the stock market, so I just want to be straightforward to all of you. I use different methodologies, but it does not mean that it's not it doesn't mean that if I don't use peso cost, it's not the only thing that it doesn't work. Why peso cost averaging works naman, but you have to make it fit from your style and your strategy. So let's take it one by one. For those who are Hi guys, our session was interrupted. I'm not sure, my phone blacked out for a bit, so we were just in the thick of things now, me answering your questions about peso cost averaging. So this is what I'll do. I'll wait for you all to I guess log in first to join this new video session before we proceed with the topic. So what happened? Did it crash from your side? Kasi from my phone nag-crash yung video eh. So I hope it gets better for this run, no? So I don't know if it was a problem with my connection, or if it was a problem with Facebook, or if it was a problem with my phone. So whatever it is, we're back again. We'll try to continue with what we missed out. So ang galing ni Artist Lising, lagi siyang nauuna sa mga videos natin, lagi siyang nauuna sa pag-post. Even sa Bloomberg, no, nakikita ko siya maaga din na nagpo-post. So ang galing ni Artist. Robert Gayano, kaya pala bumagal. Good evening, sir, loud and clear. Thank you so much. Sige, again, to those who just joined us, this is not stocks by request. We will have stocks by request at another time this week as well. So I repeat, this is not stocks by request, but we will have another session of stocks by request early this week. Not early this week, but mid this week, to be able to answer all of your questions about stocks and some of the requests that you pointed out as well. So before we got interrupted, I mentioned that we're here to discuss about peso cost averaging and some of your questions. There were really interesting questions from a lot of the people who actually joined. So I hope that for those that have similar questions, this is something that helps you. It helps you also analyze and treat your investments in wherever you may be. So for those who are overseas, I salute you. While you're there, keep on investing. For those that are from the Philippines, so sana hindi kayo mapuyat because of this. But I just love doing this, and I'll keep doing this as long as you guys want me to. So I before we got interrupted, I tried to define what peso cost averaging is, and I mentioned also that for my stock trading and investing, I really don't do peso cost averaging as much. It's not part of my style, but it doesn't mean peso cost averaging is wrong. It just means it's a style that fits other people as well. So we're here to be able to delineate what's good and bad about it. We're here also to see at the end of the day, you as an investor, to be able to see if it's something that's okay, it's something that fits you, and it's something that would help you in your trading and investing. So are you guys ready? I'm gonna answer the first question again, which was I guess interrupted when my phone died down for a bit. So the first one was from Nelmar Bacalao from Davao. He's asking, is PCA the most effective way on investing in the stock market, especially for long-term investors? Thank you, Sir Marvin. By the way, just to continue on the definition of peso cost averaging, it's a methodology. It's more of really a timing mechanism that answers the question of when do you buy and when do you not actually add to buy those stocks. So it does not answer the question if the stock is not good anymore, if it's not fundamentally sound. You have to remember this. If you buy a basura stock, if you buy a stock that is not fundamentally sound, if you buy a stock that doesn't have any earnings, no matter if you do peso cost averaging or not, it's not gonna do well for you. Peso cost averaging, yun na nga concept, it's for the long term. So at the end of the day, you must know your fundamentals well. You must know how to read those financial ratios. You must know if the company is profitable. You must know if the company is actually growing. You must know if the company at this point in time is also cheap. So those are the things that you must find out, different financial ratios to check if it's worth buying or not. If the company is not worth buying, ROE is negative, EPS is not growing anymore, then no matter how long you do peso cost averaging, it's not gonna work for you. Before I answer, before I answer Nelmer Bacalao from Davao, there was a question about PLDT sent by Noel Duran. He was saying that, hello sir, I bought tell stocks last year and it seems the trend is going down, is it wiser to sell right away or hold? That's one classic example. What do I mean by that? PLDT was already maturing. PLDT stock was not moving as high, its earnings was not growing already way before the big drop happened. So why am I saying this? Even before PLDT's earnings started to decline, its earnings was maturing and not growing anymore. So what do I mean by that? If you did peso cost averaging with PLDT, it would not have worked well for you because at the end of the day, PLDT was already maturing. So peso cost averaging will help you if the company is good, growing, it's undervalued, it's relatively cheap, the fundamentals are right in place when it comes to the stock. So next, let's answer Nelmer Bacalao's question from Davao. He's asking, is PCA the most effective way on investing in the stock market, especially for long-term investors? Wait, here's the thing, Nelmer, peso cost averaging is a good way. It's a good tool. It's something na you can use as well when you do your investing. Since it's a timing mechanism, it tells you, yung pinaka advantage nun is it tells you even if the market is slow, it gives you a disciplined approach na okay, you don't use your emotions, kasi the problem sa stock market is people rely too much on their emotions, that when markets go down, they get, I guess, emotional, that syempre it's your money. You have to understand that at the end of the day, we can do a lot of analysis, but when it's your money on the line, when you see your stock go down 5-10%, somehow you get emotional as well. What's nice about peso cost is there's the discipline that hindi ako matatakot kasi I'll just add on a regular basis regardless if the market is up or down. However, the pitfall of that is this: if the market is high, if the market is bullish, if the market is at its peak also, you would be buying stocks at a very, very high price. So if you're coming in and doing peso cost averaging, you must know that there will be times that you're buying a stock at a relatively high price, and that's something that you must accept if you're doing peso cost. That you cannot be excused that when the market is up, you stop buying because you violate the laws and rules for peso cost averaging. I myself, I use fundament for my investments. So what I do, I teach this in our stock smart sessions, that I separate my portfolio for trading and investing. So I have a different set of rules for trading, that those are more heavily into technical analysis, and I love charts, I love technical analysis kasi I graduated as an engineer, so medyo hardwired ako looking at charts compared to fundamentals. But of course, if you'd like to invest, very, very important yung fundamentals. So this is what I do. I use fundamentals. There's ratios there that can help you determine if the stock is cheap, especially PE ratio. So what I do is, if this ratio tells me it's expensive already, I try to avoid it first. And then once the PE ratio tells me it's relatively cheaper, I start coming in. So medyo strategic siya. I don't just buy at specific points in time when I think the stock. I guess I have the discipline that if it's not going well for me, for example, Jollibee's PE ratio is relatively high. It's in my mythical five stocks that Jollibee's relatively a good company, good, growing. However, it's not at the price that I want it to be. So I have the discipline that the money I've been allocating for Jollibee, I won't add muna. I'll just wait first. I'll wait until probably something happens that it becomes cheaper. It comes to a price or a PE ratio level that's more, I guess, viable for me. You have to remember, the higher you buy, your gains also diminishes no matter how long term you are in the market. And then to answer another question, Nelmar, if you have this amount of cash, and then you just want to chop it up, tapos mag-peso cost averaging ka, then for me it's not as useful. Peso cost averaging is useful is if you have this amount of cash and you just want to add every month. It's more of accumulation. But if meron ka ng ganito, it's very effective to find a cheap stock, see it na medyo bumaba na siya, and then you have full conviction that you put that large amount in it. But again, that requires studying, that requires you knowing also if the company that you're buying is good. If you buy something that's not doing well, of course, medyo matatamaan ka doon. And at the end of the day, for me sa stock market, it's not just about knowledge, it's not just about the strategy, but it's also having the discipline. But not just the discipline, it's also having you not following your emotions when the market doesn't go the way you want it to go. You have to understand, since 2008, the market has been up. You've had certain corrections. However, in spite of those corrections, we've still been pushing higher. So, why am I saying this? For those who are relatively new, you may not have experienced markets that are headed down. If you haven't experienced markets that are headed down, I don't know, parang experiencing markets that are down parang gives you I guess the strength also that whenever it happens next time, you already know what you're expecting. You have to understand markets, it's not a question whether the market will go down. Markets go down. It's a question of what happens, what do you do when the markets are down as well. So I hope that answers your question. For those sending comments, I'll try to greet all of you and answer most of your questions, but we'll try to go through the questions that people sent as well. Then you have Desa Padrigano from Singapore saying that we have stock smarts there. Yes, we do. March 20 and 21, I'm actually excited as well. Kasi the dynamics in Singapore is different because when you're there, you get to trade Filipino market, and then you have a bunch of Filipinos there trading Singapore, US markets as well. So medyo holistic that they get exposures in different markets. So yun. Before we go to the next question that was sent yesterday, allow me to greet some people. Alvin Verga making a comment. Pwede rin siguro i-divide yung large chunk of money to several companies para diversified. Yes, Alvin, that's pretty much possible. I guess depende na lang on how much that money is, but you have to remember as well, the larger the more companies that you buy, yung gains nyo per stock will be diminished as well. Let me give you an example. If you have 100,000 pesos and then you divide it into 5 stocks, so take the 20,000 pesos yun. If it's 20,000 pesos, that stock with 20,000 pesos would go up ng 10%. You would only earn 2,000 pesos. But if you have 100,000 placed in one stock, then it goes also 10%. So you would get a bigger gain at around 10,000 pesos. So why am I saying this? Think about it. Don't diversify just for the sake of diversification. Don't diversify just because you're not sure if the stock that you're buying is you think wrong or not. The reason why you diversify is it's really part of your allocation strategy. Some people that come to me would approach me, Marvin, magda-diversify ako kasi hindi ako sure kung ito yung tama, so binili ko na lang sila lahat. I'll tell you this, and I say this in all of our Stock Smart sessions, that if I'm not sure about what I'm buying, I'd rather not buy at all. I would just like to buy something that I know that I fully studied. I know that it's something that if it goes down, I know the value of it. I know that it's something worth buying, and that's the best place that you could be when it comes to investing. So next thing that I'd like to add about peso cost as well. You have to remember that peso cost averaging really at the end of the day is for the long term. For Nelmer, why am I saying this? If your peso cost and you see your stock up already in 6 months or a year, don't be tempted to sell. Your goal is to accumulate as much so that later on, when you hit your goals, when you hit your goals, that's when you actually sell it. Let me give you another example. If you're an investor, your goal kasi is to buy a good company. Yes, do you agree? Does anyone agree that if you are an investor, it's very, 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 very important that you buy a good company? Yes. So if you buy a good company, say that company goes up 100%, 150% in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but it's still a good company, why should you sell? You get the logic. For me, if I'm an investor, the only time I will sell if I see that company start to shift, start to change, meaning its earnings are going down, it's losing market share, so its competition is beating it, similar to what's happening to Globe versus PLDT. Globe is beating out PLDT right now, even in a market that's maturing. Globe is growing because it's taking out the market of PLDT. So those are the things that you must consider as well. Next, we have a question from wait lang. There's a question from Faith Celestial, very quick. Nag-cut loss po ba kayo, sir? Especially for trading, yes. Very, very important. You have to remember, for those who are trading, minimize your losses, maximize your gains. Better to be wrong as long as you're profitable given your trading plan. So my goal, cut small losses, then I'll try to make it up later on with better trades as well. My goal is not to play a perfect game. My goal is to be profitable. My goal is to meet my goals. And you have to remember, I'll say this, I'm deviating na from my questions now. You don't have to compete with other people. You don't have to compete with your friends. You don't have to compete with people who are earning. Your goal is to compete with yourself. Your goal is to hit your goal. I've seen a lot of people who would try to copy their friends, their trades as well. Magkaiba naman ng risk tolerance, magkaiba ng perang pinasok. Their timelines are also different. So that alone is already a different connotation already. You have to base your trades based on what's specific to you as well. So I hope that helps you. Let me go back to the questions. I'm deviating already. Alain Borjas asking how to execute cost averaging effectively. Just by if you have funds, or do you wait until the market is bearish? Textbook sense of peso cost is you put in money regardless if the market is bearish or bullish. But if you know how to use charts and you know how to come in with the knowledge of support and resistance, I would rather use that. Why? It's better to buy a stock that's in the support than buying it at steady intervals na you're actually buying something at the resistance. And later on, the costs of that will also hurt your gains. So better do it on a staggered basis. So this is a suggestion. Buy a fundamentally sound company, but allocate still money monthly. So for example, 5,000 or 10,000 pesos. So sasabihin ni Dexter, Dexter pala sa asking, meron ba StockSmart Leyte? No StockSmart Leyte yet, but we have Cebu and Iloilo. So kunyari si Dexter will add 5,000 pesos per month. January, it's in the support. He could buy. Then February, March, April, May, it's not at the support, even if it's fundamentally sound. So what Dexter can do is this: February, March, April, May na 5,000 pesos, he won't use it. Then pagdating ng June, where the stock hits the support, this is still a fundamentally sound company, no? The money that he put na 5,000 from Feb, March, April, May, and then June, that's 25,000 pesos worth. That's what he can use. 25,000 buy at the support around June. So you become more effective. It's you combining the knowledge of technicals and fundamentals. Fundamentals to select, technicals to time. But it's very important. You need to know how to spot fundamentally sound companies by your own, and you need to know how to draw the support lines via technical analysis on your own as well. I hope that answers your question, Alain. Then you have Alvin Verga from Legazpi. Legazpi City naman. So halimbawa po, Tagalog question, halimbawa po, I'm investing 5,000 pesos a month to a certain company, and then biglang may dumating na dividend, say 1K. What is more advisable? Should I reinvest in the company, bale 6K of stocks na bibilin ko the following month, or should I invest the 1K in another company and just hold? Kasi hindi naman monthly kung magbibigay ng dividends. So hindi na applicable kay company BMPCA, or are there any suggestions po? Iniisip ko po kasi na baka hindi nasusunod yung general principle of PCA, which is to buy a particular stock at fixed amount on a regular schedule. Kapag bigla kong ginawang 6K ang investment ko na binigay yung dividend. Sorry for the long question. Thank you. So, Alvin Vergara, basically, tinatanong ni Alvin, what if he's doing peso cost averaging? As he does peso cost averaging, may dumating na dividend, so he has more cash. He's asking kung yung extra cash na yun, could he actually use it to add some more the next month? So, if he's adding 5,000 the next month, 6,000 dadagdag niya. By all means, okay lang yun. For me, the whole point of peso cost is just for you to have a mechanism to be disciplined enough to be able to put money regardless if the market is bullish or bearish. So that, so by all means, if you have extra cash, meron kang bonus na dumating, may extra commission, may dividends na pumasok, you got promoted, use that extra cash to add more and just be consistent about it. So, what happens the next month, wala kang extra 1,000, it's okay, just go back to 5,000 and then just do it repeatedly. You know what, sa market, it's all about discipline and that's why you have to build on your craft first, build on how you do it, kasi don't focus on earnings. Kasi if you focus on your craft, you focus on learning and how to do it, later on the earnings will follow. Don't look for the jackpots. Kasi if you disconnected again, I think it's more of a bug from Facebook. No, it's not really from the phone or my connection, but it's really more on Facebook as a whole. So I'll wait for all of you to chime in again so that we can continue this Facebook Live series. So apologies for Facebook crashing. On behalf of Mark Zuckerberg, I'd like to apologize for this disconnection. Okay, so we'll start in 1 minute. We'll try to wait for everyone else to join us again. Robert Galano, good evening to you. May nagtanong in the previous chat thread. Sabi niya, hi sir, na-late ako. Ipopost ba ito sa YouTube? Yeah, everything, just check it out in my YouTube channel. We'll try to upload it there. But if you want everything that's connected, I'll upload also this in marvinggermo.com. I've been trying to blog more as well. So if you have any other questions, we'll try to also put it in marvinggermo.com. If you have any interesting stories, or do you want me to actually meet some of the leaders in the industry, so we can interview them and feature them as well. So let me know. We'll start it in a minute or so. So let's just wait for people to come in first. Makoy's from Turia. Hello, good evening. When you next Stock Smarts Dubai? Next Stock Smarts Dubai will be in July. So wait for the next announcement. We will do 4 sessions of technical analysis, 2 sessions of fundamentals as well. So I'm excited for that. I always honor the people who are from the Middle East because I know the sacrifices that you make each time you're there. Medyo malayo din sa Pilipinas. So I hope it gets to I hope it helps you, and it helps you invest as well for your future. So there. Sige, 1 more minute and then we'll continue with the session as well. Part 3 na, no, pero as if we really haven't done as much yet because of the disconnections. Okay, sige, we have 5 minutes now. I need to meet up with my wife kasi syempre very very important yung love life. Syempre anin ko yung stock kung wala akong love life. So I'll try to answer most of your questions as fast as I can. Then we'll do it again some other time. Lauren, Dubai will be in July. Kevin, the book probably April this year. Hi Jan, from Saudi. I don't know saan tayo naputol kanina before the video got interrupted, no. But I'll just continue with another question naman. This is from Liz Jan from Canada. Peso cost averaging. From Lizzie from Canada, I mean. Peso cost averaging, this is a method that I use since I started in Call Financial. I have been buying stocks each month regardless of the price, but recently my chosen stocks are on hold. Should I buy no matter what? I'm not sure what the recommendations are, but what I'd like you to do is you do your buying based on the parameters that you've set. Based on the timelines that you have set as well. I'm not too sure what are the timelines that they have set for their stocks. But why am I saying this? Sometimes kasi the statuses that they would place for buy, sell, and hold most brokerages are for a year or 2-year period. What do I mean by that? If you're investing in this stock for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, a 1-year analysis is something that is I guess it does not fit you, it does not match what you're looking at. So it's very important also that you look at the fundamentals of the company, that it's you who should point out at that particular point in time. Is it something that if you buy today, it's something that would help you? And even sa valuations, there's a lot of valuation methods. Other people have different valuations in computing it as well. So I'm not saying that that you do your own thing, but what I'm saying is if there's the basket of stocks that you're watching and all of them are not favorable to you, if they're not favorable to you already, so you wait as well. If the stock is not cheap anymore, there's no need to buy. What peso cost averaging does, it gives you a mechanism as well based on fundamentals that if it's expensive, you stay away. I'll repeat it. If it's expensive, you stay away, but you don't have to sell. Kasi you can actually find another stock that's undervalued, growing, that can work for you, that can give you a good buy signal for the stock. Then you have Elaine Profeta. Hi Marvin, I have a VUL, UITF, and mutual fund. Both of my UITF and mutual funds are equities. My VUL are balanced funds. Half of my investments are in VUL. Is it advisable to put more in VUL than UITF and mutual fund? My goal is long term, double my capital if possible in 5 years. Is it feasible? What bank can you suggest for UITF and a company for mutual fund? Thank you so much. Wow, that's a lot of questions in just one go. No? So Elaine, just to answer your questions, it depends on what you need. If you want purely investments, and by the way you're looking at it, if you're looking for purely investments, so better go to mutual funds and UITFs because of the investment component. I repeat, if you're looking for insurance, better get insurance. If you're looking for investment and you want your money to grow bigger, better get something that will give you an investment component as part of it. Is it possible to double your capital in 5 years? Here's the thing about the market. You cannot predict what will happen. For what I can tell you is this: those that invested in 2008 because there was a recession, most likely their capital is more than double already. If you're buying when the market is bullish, or if you're buying when the market is relatively higher as well, without a recession, without markets dropping, of course there might be a possibility that it's not as high as compared to those who invested early on. Let me give you an example. The stock market in 2003 hit 7,400 for the first time. 7.4, 2003, 2013. We're now 2017, the market is 7.2. So why am I saying this? It's almost 5 years. It's 4 years from 2013 to 2017. The market hit 7.4. It's now at 7.2. It's still actually at a losing level. So there's no guarantee. You need to know proper entry and exit points, and you need to know proper parameters should you come in or come out in the stock. You need to know if it's still favorable for you or not. Without that, if there's any doubt, if there's any doubt in buying, I don't do anything. It's better to live at peace that you know that it's not a good trade for you, you stay away. Part of investing in the market is you having the conviction that if it's not a fair trade, it's not a good trade, I'll stay away, I'll not buy it first. So I hope that answered your question. Is where do I go for UITF or mutual fund? Try to research, go for the biggest banks and biggest mutual fund companies because they'll give you more stability. But also on the flip side, the ones that are bigger can have lesser gains. Kasi bakit lesser gains? Because they have a larger amount of money that they will need to use. Smaller funds can give you higher gains and more volatility though. Higher gains, also higher susceptibility that they get beaten down and they get hit more. The bigger ones will give you stability. They're more in the average side of things. So there's nothing wrong going between the two, but you have to find something that's within your, I guess, capacity to take on the risk as well. Next, how vulnerable are these instruments to internal and external risk? You have to understand anything that's connected to the stock market. That's a question from Kent Kalumba. Anything that has a component in the stock market, regardless if it's VUL, equity fund, mutual fund, or UITF, regardless of it, as long as the market gets beaten down, everything that's connected to it will also go down. Meaning, if the market goes down, equity funds, mutual funds, VULs, and UITFs will also go down with it. So I hope that helps answer your question. Marvin, what companies do you suggest for mid and long-term peso cost averaging? This is from Justin. To answer your question in a very, very quick manner, it has to be fundamentally sound. It has to be growing. When I say growing, look at the pure golds. You'll see it that they're expanding everywhere. Look at the SM Prime Holdings that they're putting up malls as well. Look at the Jollibees. That's one way to look at companies that are expanding and growing. You see that there's something that even if they're earning as much and still gaining customers, that you can see everywhere that they're still building and trying to put up new areas where they can build new businesses or probably expand their territory as well. So that's one aspect of growing. One way to see a company that's growing, look at its earnings. That its earnings per share is continuously growing up. It's going up regardless of how high they've earned the previous year. They're still earning and increasing their earnings as well. So that's it, I guess, for today. I know you have a lot of questions. Alvin Vergas, nasa new book niyo po ba, sir, yung proper way of determining entry and exit? Yes, the new book will be about technical analysis, will be about trading. It will be the first book out of 4 books talking about technicals, but I'll write one each year, so it will take 4 years for me to finish all of those 4 books. But if you want to attend the training sessions, we'll talk more about that there. I hope to see you this Saturday. No, we'll have technical analysis for Stock Smarts Manila this Saturday. It will be City Grand Garden Hotel, AM and PM session, teaching you how to time the markets well. So I hope this session of Ask Marvin has been something that's been beneficial to all of you. In spite na naputol tayo ilan beses, I'll try to compile everything in the website as well so that you get to see all of this. And then if I have more time tomorrow, we'll try to continue peso cost averaging, or I'll do stocks by request na rin. It's been my goal to try to do at least 2 Facebook live sessions per week. So depending on how hectic it is, I still hope that I get to do it, kasi ayun I really feel the need that more Filipinos need to be educated in this. So I guess that's it. That's what I always say: trade well, trade strong, trade smart. I'll see you in our next event, Stock Smarts Manila this week, Stock Smarts Japan March 18, Stock Smarts Davao end of April, and then Stock Smarts Singapore in May 20 and 21. Then we will have Stock Smarts Perth Australia this June, Stock Smarts Doha this July, and Stock Smarts UAE this July. Then in August, we will be in General Santos City and Iloilo. So thank you so much for having me. God bless you. It's 10 o'clock. Sorry for the interruptions, but we'll do more of this in the next few weeks. So God bless you and have a great night ahead. So thank you so much, and trade well tomorrow.